Hi, welcome back. In this video, we will be discussing about the text area element in HTML. Okay, so as you can see, we have been working with this input element for quite some time right now, and this input element is inside of the browser looks something like this. This is a simple single line input element. But what if you want to give the users the choice to add multiple lines of text? So how you can do that? For example, whenever you are commenting on some sort of the social media platform or you are creating a social media post, there you are not confined with only one single line. You can add multiple lines of text. So there the text area element comes into the picture. Okay, so the text area element, the text area HTML element represents a multi-line plain text editing control useful when you want to allow users to enter a sizable amount of free-form text. For example, a comment on a review or a feedback form. Okay, all right, so this is how we can create the text area. Okay, and this is how it looks basically. This is not the default stylings because they are using some CSS, but we will create our own text area. Okay, so we are having this particular form. So here what I'll do, I'll just go below everything right now, and here I will add another paragraph. Okay, so I know this is not the great approach to group the things, but we haven't learned about the div element yet. So when we do, we will use the div element instead of the paragraph element. Okay, so here I can add the text area. Okay, and here as you can see, this text area element is not a self-closing element. We have the opening text area tag and the closing text area tag. Okay, but inside of the input, basically input is a self-closing element. Okay, all right, so here I can add the label. Okay, label for something like message, and let's do not do something like this. Okay, message, and let's do something like your message, or write your message. Okay, all right, and here what you can do, you can add a name, so message. Okay, and for the ID, that has to be the same as this one, so message. Okay, and as you can see, this is looking good. Okay, all right, so if I just go to the browser right now, so there we go, here is our text area. Okay, so write your message, I can write something like this and so on. Okay, so also as you can see here, we are not confined with the size of the text area. Here we are having the scroll bar and we can scroll to different parts. Okay, all right, so this is how we can create the text area. Okay, so if I just refresh here, so we are not having any sort of placeholder text right now, so let's add the placeholder. Okay, so placeholder, like something like write your message here, dot dot dot. Okay, all right, so as you can see, we are having the placeholder text as well. Okay, all right then. Now, as you can see here, we are having these three lines here, and by using these three lines, we can resize the text area. As you can see, I can resize the text area here. But if you are not satisfied with this particular size, we can make the size bigger or smaller depending on our needs. Okay, to do so, what we will do, we will go here, and as you can see, there are two different attributes here. One is the rows and one is the calls. Okay, and that basically says like, hey, this is the row and this is the column which it supports, like the text area supports. Okay, all right, so what we can do, we can just add something like rows, and let's do something like 10. and calls, let's do something like 50. Okay, hit save and go to the browser right now, and as you can see, our text area is huge currently. Okay, and there is our button. Okay, all right, so our text area is now huge, and here we can write as much as we want. Okay, also one other thing which I want to point out here is that because the text area here is not a self-closing element, so here inside of something like the text area tags, I can write something. So hello, and if I just write that, and as you can see, many of the things are breaking right now because of the formatter, but as you can see, the hello is now pre-filled. So if you want to pre-fill some sort of value inside of the text area, you can just write that inside of the text area tags. But I do not recommend that, to be honest. Okay. All right. So yeah. So this is basically the text area element. Okay. So whenever we want to add a multi-line free-form text, then we want to use the text area element instead of the simple input type text element. Okay, so this is the text area element.